Hello, hello. My name is Jenna Pinkstone. It's so amazing to have everyone here with me on Express and Manifest with Gathering of Lights. I am so grateful to be part of such an inspirational group. It has not been forever that I have been aligned with the spiritual community. It's been a process. It's been a process of awakening for me over the last 7 years that it was not a process that I entered into willingly. Let's just say that. So you could call me an intentional, intuitive, collaborative coach and spirit-led creator in the 3D world of human avatars, if you needed to give me a label, okay? I've actually served in the virtual landscape as a copywriter and a content creator for online entrepreneurs in various sub niches in spirit-led industries for the past 7 years. I do find myself, though, very recently on an active path of remembering exactly who in the fuck I really am and what I am doing. So it's been an active process of remembering. It has not been comfy. It's not been something that I have, it's been something that has been actively seeking me, that I have decided that I am actively seeking it, that I know that all of my spirit-led clients as of now, they are aligning with that exact semblance of frequency in how they are in an active state of remembering who it is they are as well. Okay. So I'm ready to help you remember the truth about your purpose for reincarnating exactly as you are right now. I know that you've been here for many lifetimes, just like we all have. But I'm here to help you to reconcile and understand and make sense of the life path that you have traveled thus far in this lifetime. Okay. I'm also here to assure you that no matter how confusing, how incredibly daunting your life path might have seemed to you so far, where you find yourself at this point, at this plot in this unit of time, that with all of the detours and all of the twists and the turns that have led you to where you're at now, even though like a lot of the different chapters of your human avatar book, so to speak, they might not seem to make sense thus far, like a comprehensive story that fits all together, there's a reason for all of it playing out exactly the way that it is for you in divine timing. And we're going to get to that because I have an amazing gift for everyone who's in attendance today for this amazing event of Express and Manifest. I have an attunement. It is an attunement to help you awaken and remember who it is that you are, because you came here for a reason. You came here to this lifetime for a reason. And it's just part of the human avatar experience that in order to live out that reason, you first have to remember what the reason is, because we arrive with that sense of amnesia, don't we? That's actually part of that little grab bag, that little twist that we have to experience before we get to play out exactly what it is our role here is, that we're in the way that we're here to divinely serve. Because as light workers and as way showers, we get caught up in what it is that we do and what it is that we've learned, and we forget where it is that we've come from, and that in lies the missing key, so to speak, of who it is that we're here to serve, because that same resonant frequency from that trajectory timeline that we must pull from, of remembering where we came from in this lifetime, where we came from on many lifetime trajectory timelines. You see, they're all parallel versions of each other, and remembering one is going to help us remember them all. And that is what's going to align you on the path of serving your ideal client archetype. I call it an ideal client archetype because in essence, it is one person. It is one person in your mind's eye that I want you to imagine yourself in divine service to, even though it is actually a million different people, millions and millions of different people that stand to truly heal themselves in the presence of the frequency that you hold in your infinite heart space as a light worker, as a way shower, as an igniter, as an activator, as whatever kind of work, as whatever kind of deep work that you align with, right? We all have our modalities and methodologies that these are tools, you see, but that's where we get tripped up and thinking that is what we do, when in actuality it is only a tool in which we use. What it is in which we do is the frequency that we must reattune to, and it's that same frequency that our ideal client archetype is seeking so that they can match it in divine timing with you, their amazing light worker that is going to help them heal. How do I know this? How do I know this? Okay, I'm going to tell you a little bit about me, and then eventually we're going to get to the free gift that I have for everyone who's in attendance here. I'm so excited to share it. It's an amazing attunement, you guys. I do have a YouTube channel. I have meditations on there. I used to offer readings. That used to be something that I did before I was a copywriter, before I was working as a social media manager. You know, I've worked in the virtual space for several years now, and I've learned through my work in the extrasensory field of exploration that I actually really love to work with light workers. I love to work with light workers because as an empath, I'm really, really great at attuning to their frequency of their ideal client. Why am I great at that? Because I have been their ideal client. I've had my own dark night of the soul where I had to do my own investing in my own path of healing. And I had to do this path of healing in a very, it was like it was an intensive roadmap for me, you guys, because my life was at stake. My 20-year-old brother in 2015, he ended his own life. My family had an atheistic upbringing, devout atheism, no less. Okay. There was no prayer in our house. To think of praying to the divine, like that was laughed at. There was a lot of humor in our house, a lot of jabbing humor at anyone who would look to a power higher than themselves for guidance. The power higher than ourselves that we always look to is science and the world of academia, because my family was a family of educators, and this was where they invested their extra in, so to speak. Okay. And I didn't really discover my own relationship with the divine until I was being faced with this extreme and repetitive loss of human life in my own family that I now know to be illusory shifts in the human consciousness pattern in our finite experiences as human avatars. Like I know that now. I didn't know that then, though. You see, these are different plots on the timeline of my human avatar experience as Jenna Pinkstone. And they're all valid. These are past versions, present versions, and there's even future versions of myself, in essence, of how it is that I understand this experience. Okay. And they're all valid. And I need to respect my past version of experience, not exalt my present version over that past version as though like I've learned something more than you, and so therefore, I'm above you. No, there are times whenever I actually meet my past version of myself in communion with myself, because to know the past version of myself is the equivalent to you knowing your ideal client archetype and knowing how to speak to them, knowing how to resonate and actually empathically connect to them on a level that they're going to be able to understand and resonate with the frequency that you are sharing with them, so that they can up level in a way to meet you on the same plane. So that will up level the collective consciousness of humanity. Okay. This is important, you guys. We are moving towards a massive shift in the human collective consciousness. Okay, there is a paradigm shift on the brink, and we are ushering it in. There are so many out there that stand to awaken in just the next couple of years. Okay, just the next couple of years, and this is being increased at an exponential rate since the year 2012. And that was around the year 2012 was the time that things began to speed up for me, as it has been for many that I know in the Muggle world. You'll hear me refer to it as the Muggle world. I love the Muggle world. I come from the Muggle world, and it is bridging this gap between our realms that is going to, it's not only going to up level like human consciousness, I mean, as if that wasn't enough, right? But it's going to, it's going to create what I like to refer to as an interconnected collective. Okay. And I have a group. I'd love to invite you all to my group on Facebook. It's an amazing community. I actually invite anyone who feels called to promote their work there. I like to say that I am building an interconnected collective. We are building a multitude of many. Okay. A multitude of many, meaning we are dispelling the monocultures of me. I'm sure you've been in Facebook groups where it's like, don't promote yourself here. No, please promote yourself in my group. Okay, please come to my group and promote your work. Now, I'm kind of a stickler for some details. You might get a post rejected by me and I might ask you to do it in a different way, but I want you to succeed as a light worker in this world. I know that this world needs you and what it is that you do. I might ask questions. I need you to meet me halfway, and I need it to not be one-sided, because that's just perpetuating that monotony of me again, right? What we need is the multitude of many. As soon as it starts to feel one-sided, I'm going to call you out on it, because yeah, I have no quips or qualms about that. Now, moving on, as far as my own human avatar life, I've invested so much in my healing, you guys. My self-healing has been extensive, whether it be Reiki or energetic artwork hanging in my home. I mean, I've gotten everything from psychic development sessions, actual psychic development or psychic work, spiritual atmosphere resurfacing, as the chakra rebalancing, chakra removal. The list goes on and on. I've resonated with a lot of different light work at different times, and I have an excellent memory. And so I can resonate and I can attune to your ideal client archetype. So my clients, they have always worked with me for this reason, because I am able to not only shape shift between ideal client archetypes so that I can embody and understand who it is that you are attuning with, and who would benefit the most from your spiritual gifts. But I'm shape shifting between different versions of myself as I was healing from my own traumas, my own pains that I've transmuted in my own transformational journey. Okay. So I mean, as far as, my personal identity as an adult, it's always been a challenge in the forsaken realms of academia and corporate America. I mean, this is where it's like I had a lot of trouble reconciling between these worlds, okay? I came from this world of muggles. I landed in the infinite realm of spirit, and both can coexist alongside one another, and both do within me, and both will within this world. I've already seen it. It already exists. I know that they feel disjointed at this time, but there's an epic shift. And I've already talked about this paradigm shift, that those of you who have had this inkling that you need to start your spirit-led business, or you have decided that it's time, you felt this intuitive calling within you that it's time to take your business to that next level, it's time to hop on board with what that calling actually means. What it means is that there is about to be this exodus of awakening muggles from the 3D world. And I mean, believe me, I've talked to so many people. We're talking like insurance salesmen, Western medicine practitioners, nurses. I've spent so much time in hospitals caring for my elderly grandparents during their last year of life. I've spent time with my mother during her bout with lung cancer following my younger brother's passing. I mean, you can tell I like to talk. I've talked with so many different healthcare providers. They're about to hop ship, guys. They're coming to the other side. They're coming over to be with us, but they're afraid, and understandably so. They're going to need support. And I want you to remember the time during 2020 when there wasn't enough healthcare providers to cover the amount of support that was needed. That's what's going to be the reality when the people begin to have this mass awakening, when the muggles begin to mass awaken. And the ascension symptoms are going to be running rampant, okay? And we're going to need all of the light workers on deck, so to speak, okay? This is why I'm building an interconnected collective of light workers and way showers. It is a collaborative membership that is in alignment with spirit-led entrepreneurs, and it's in alignment with the shift in paradigm, okay? So anyways, it's really important, you guys. It's really important that we are all ready for this, and that we're ready to support these people that are kind of arriving a little late to the party. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's gonna be amazing. I am bringing all of my knowledge of everything that I've learned as a virtual assistant in the spirit-led community. And I have served sub niches, everything from life coaching over to energetic artists, over to psychic healers. I've served them far and wide. Okay. And every single one of them feels supported. I am an avid believer in helping my clients to feel supported. And another thing I'm an avid believer in is kind of blurring that line between client and provider. Because here, I'll tell you something funny. Something really interesting is this. So whenever I first started my healing journey, I'll tell you a quick story. When I first started my healing journey, I was booking so many different healing sessions, from like light language healings to, oh my gosh, I had to get like, clearings. Because there was so much that was resonating with me. It was a brave, whole new world for me. Like I needed this experience, because I was kind of playing catch up in a way, you know. It was really important for me to attune my frequency to this new experience of energetic, of just the world of energy, really. Like it was new to me, and it was always kind of a forbidden realm. And so it was like I couldn't get enough of it, you know. And so it's like I was booking so many sessions with all of these providers, right? The funny thing is that so many of those providers, they now comprise a lot of my network, and a lot of them are now my clients. And I still book sessions with them, and they actually are my clients. They sign on contracts with me. There is this collaborative blurring of the lines that is occurring in the kind of support that we're showing up for each other with. Okay. And it's difficult in terms of the duality that we have been raised with, of the rendering of goods and services in business. It's difficult for us to reconcile this as human beings, because it doesn't really fit any framework with which we've been given thus far. But the Zengen Biz Soul membership, the collaborative that is being built as an interconnected collective between light workers and way showers, it is rapidly transforming, and it is shaping and it's shifting the very foundation of how we do business online. Okay. It's also shaping the networks that we navigate between. I'm telling you, during my time as a virtual assistant, I've rubbed elbows with people in the business realm that had nothing to do with the spirit-led niches. And there is a lot that we have to learn from these other niches, okay? A lot that we have to learn. There's a lot they have to learn from us too. And so you can see the benefit to be had by building the bridges, the navigable bridges, that is going to create a navigable framework that we're going to be able to access between the realms that we all offer each other. Okay. It's going to be amazing, and it's going to up-level humanity in a way that I've already seen it, you guys. I've already seen it play out. And that's one of my extrasensory gifts, one of my clairs. I see things before they happen. I get these visions, and you can check out my page. I get these visions, and then they happen. For those of you who follow Phil Good, he's my favorite. I follow him. I had a dream that we met face to face online, and I was like speechless. But then we talked, and we had a little chuckle, and then it was over. And then I shit you not, guys, excuse me. I am serious. This happened just a couple of weeks ago. I've had this happen several times with several people that I work with, and I'm doing my best to document these occurrences. Okay. There are so many people that I've had the pleasure of working with that have seen this play out while working with me. And I'm in the process of compiling those testimonials, and you will be seeing more of those from me. I am the empath that taps into the spiritual atmosphere and the orbital field of the spirit-led entrepreneur, so that they can bring their gifts, their spiritual gifts, to their clients in the most measurable possible way, the most efficient possible way, in the social media virtual landscape, with the skills I've acquired and the network that I have intentionally built of spirit-led communities and otherwise. Okay. There are people in the communities, the sub niches of tech, of business, of day trading. They're in a process of awakening, you guys. I have like these conversations in my DM box with several of them that, you know, one of them, they lost a parent during COVID in a hospital and they couldn't get to them. And this sparked a sudden awakening in them. They're not in the spirit-led communities. Do you think that you're going to use language that only people in the spiritual communities can recognize in order to reach this person? Hell no, you're not. Not a chance. I know I'm using different language than you're used to, but I'm doing that to make a point. And the point is, we need to reassess and redefine the way you're speaking to clients that stand to benefit from the spiritual gifts that you have to offer this world. We need to get direct and we need to get intentional with what it is you actually do, to how you actually inspire people to heal themselves. And I'm ready to help you. I'm ready to help you attune to remember who you are. We have to awaken. We have to awaken to remember who it is that we are. We have to wake up. And I have an attunement for you. I have a free attunement, and it's going to be plugged into the chat box here, okay? And you can follow the breadcrumbs and connect with me there if anything that I've said here resonates with you, okay? I have free resources that I share with anyone who resonates with what it is that I'm saying. I know that there's people in other countries that there's no way that they could sign on with me. I have free resources I share every single week. I go live with my community every single week. I am intentionally pricing my collaborative membership at a way lower price point for one-to-one collaborative coaching services where my eyes are on your business and my heart space is directly connected to your deep work. And it is priced at a lower price point in an intentional way, not because it is less valuable. It's because I aim to work in a collaborative way with an entire network. I'm not going to be doing all this myself. It's to pay for the infrastructure. It's to pay for the infrastructure. And not only that, anyone who signs up with the Zengen BizSoul Collaborative is actually going to be earning a 10% commission on anyone they refer to join us. Why is that? Because I am serious about building an interconnected collective. Anyone that joins us only strengthens us. It just rises our ships with that swelling tide. Okay? And I'm ready. I'm ready for us to start doing our deep work together. I don't want to be tied and bogged down with sales. I'm not interested in that. That's not my focus. My focus is showing up for divine service. Now, because we live in the world we live in, and infrastructure is necessary for us to be successful as a collaborative of building each other up together, there are necessities that have to be tended to. And if you're interested in getting in on the ground floor and helping me build this membership that I plan on launching in early 2023, not only am I going to give you the absolute best phase 1 beta pricing that is going to be locked in for your lifetime of the membership, you're going to be one of the founding members that's going to help me build the foundation of this collaborative and what it offers. You're going to be one of the foundation cornerstones that, as we continue to build this architecture, you're going to be one of those founding cornerstones that remains at the base and only strengthens with time as more and more spirit-led business owners add to this momentum that we're going to grow, okay, with this shift in paradigm in all of these muggles that are about to be waking up, and they're going to need your help, okay? I'm ready to help you, help them. We're going to all help each other. It's going to be epic. And so I implore you to please follow the breadcrumbs and claim your free attunement. I need you to awaken to remember who you are. That's why I created it. And it's going to attune you to the frequency of what it is that I aim to build. And if this is something that speaks deeply to you, then I implore you to reach out to me. I'm on Facebook. I'm showing up for work every single day. And reach out to me in a DM. We'll book a call together. And it's I'm really excited to see what comes next down the pike, because I want you to understand that if you felt that you have been a pupil or a student up to this point and you have acquired so much and you're ready for that shift in tide, it's coming. Okay, it's coming. I've felt it. I've seen it. It's coming. There's going to be this moment of shift when it's been very difficult for some of my clients of late, that they've been in this business for a long time. Okay, and the thing that they've done for years that's built them a pretty good business, it's not working anymore. Has anybody else noticed that? Like, there's several people that I've worked with for years, and some of them built a 6-figure business, and all of a sudden the thing they've done repetitively is no longer working. Oh my goodness. This is a test and a trial of the ego that they are going to have to reckon with. And it's going to be far harder for them, because it's just kind of going to be this shift where the student becomes the teacher and the teacher becomes the student. That's the best way I know how to describe it. Okay. And if you're someone that's been kind of like always the workshopper, always the one who is observing and listening and absorbing, you're going to have to, step up into your power and start sharing some of that wisdom that you've acquired, because that is your destiny and that is your purpose. And that's what you have been doing thus far. Like, all of that has been for this reason. Okay. And yeah, I mean, that's not going to be easy either. It's not going to be easy for anyone. So all of this being said, follow the breadcrumbs, claim your free attunement, reach out to me. If you are interested in up-leveling your current offerings so that it attunes to the people that stand to heal the most, let me help you with your content creation. Let me help you with what it is that you're actually communicating to your one ideal client archetype. I guarantee you, if you speak to that one person, like literally speak to that one person, the millions, the droves of millions will come forth. It's so important to get that messaging down. Is the crucial key that so many are missing. But it's like this key that the shape of the key is changing, because those that are awakening, they are filling these different niches, and they're going to merge together with our niche. And we're going to have to go through a process of becoming, as we learn how to speak to each other, because we have existed in these little vortexes, these little vacuums of, this sub niche is organized and dealt with by these hashtags, and this little sub niche over here is categorized by these keywords. And all that shit's about to just kind of conglomerate together, and it's going to be real messy, y'all. And it's going to be people like me and muggles out there that are, open, muggles that are open and spirit-led people that are open to the muggle world as well, that they're going to be the new pioneers that are ushering in this brave new world of expansion. Okay. So I'm really, really excited to express and manifest this paradigm shift of epic proportion that is on the horizon for us all as we welcome in 2023. I thank you so much for joining me. My name is Jenna Pinkstone. I invite you to actually get on the, I invite you to get on the phone with me. I invite you to get on Zoom with me. Let's get on my calendar. I'm going to go ahead and throw this in here. I didn't plan on it. I really didn't, but let's go ahead and do this. If you feel called to move forward and learn more about this collaborative, I feel called to share it with you because the time is now. The time is now. It's important that we get started on this deep work right away because we don't have a lot of time to lose because it's only going to speed up from now. It started in 2012. That's whenever it all like turned on its head. And then in 2020, just 8 years later, it's like, whoa, what in the heck happened, right? Now, it's not going to be another 8 years. It's already been 3, okay? It's not going to be another 5. We don't have much time. We got work to do, guys. And I don't know if you've noticed, but there's a lot of heavy lifting. If you have a spirit-led business already, there's a lot of heavy lifting that is involved in this work that people that aren't involved in a spirit-led business, they'll laugh at. They'll say, oh, you just sit behind a computer all day. You don't know what heavy lifting is. I beg to differ. It is, as a virtual assistant, I've worked harder in the virtual landscape than I ever did in the 3D world. And that is a conundrum I'll leave you with. It's crazy. It is insane. Ava's got the attunement. I'm actually going to repaste it because there. Is it going to, let's see. Why won't it give you a link? Hold on a second. Just a second here. Why won't it give you a link to click? Silly, silly. We're going to fix this right now. Okay. Oh, man. It's, maybe, I think I figured it out. See if this is the reason why. Yes, I think I got it. Check it out. Oh, yeah. All right. There, we got it. Knew I could do it. You really can have it all, you guys. That's my new mantra. That's my new mantra for December of 2022. You really can have it all. All right. I love you, Ava. Direct message. Yeah, we just needed that little key right there at the beginning. All right. I think that's about my time. I don't really have anything else. That's if anybody has any questions for me about my spirit-led biz, Zengen Biz Soul, I'm starting a collaborative for spirit-led entrepreneurs. I'm really anxious to speak with you. If this is something that you believe that you will be able to help us to usher in this new paradigm with your spirit-led gifts, please book a call with me. Reach out to me on Facebook. I'm ready. Are you? All right. I love you guys. Y'all take care and have an amazing weekend.